sutarti aišku kelią vedantį link narystės. Ukraina yra transatlantinės saugumo architektūros dalis, todėl mūsų ryšiai turi plėstis ir būti aiškiai apibrėžti. Jensai, noriu Jums asmeniškai padėkoti už tvirtą poziciją Rusijos karo Ukrainoje klausimu ir aktyvų vaidmenį telkiant sąjungininkų paramą Ukrainai. Šiandien NATO generaliniam sekretoriui Jensui Stoltenbergui įteikiau valstybinį apdovanojimą – Vyčio kryžiaus ordino didįjį kryžių už ypatingus nuopelnus, stiprinant Lietuvos, Baltijos regiono ir NATO rytinio flango saugumą ir gynybą, bei asmeninį indėlį puoselėjant transatlantinį ryšį. Ačiū Jensai, kad esate ištikimas Lietuvos draugas. Dėkoju Jums už šį vizitą ir laukiu netrukus sugrįžtant.
Ačiū prezidentė, kviečiu pasisakyti NATO generalinį sekretorių Jensą Stoltenbergą.
President Nausėda, dear Gitinas, thank you so much for the warm welcome and for awarding me the Order of the Cross of Vytis. This is really a great honor. Thank you so much. And also many thanks to you, the government, and the people of Lithuania for hosting the NATO summit here in Vilnius next month. When Allied leaders meet in 2 weeks, we will take decisions to address the most challenging security environment in decades. And we just had a productive meeting to discuss the final preparations for the summit. At the same time, we are monitoring the situation in Russia. The events over the weekend are an internal Russian matter. And yet another demonstration of the big strategic mistake that President Putin made with his legal annexation of Crimea and the war against Ukraine. As Russia continues its assault, it is even more important to continue our support to Ukraine. Ukrainians have launched a counteroffensive to retake occupied land. And the more land they are able to liberate, the stronger their hand will eventually be at the negotiating table to achieve a just and lasting peace. I commend Lithuania for providing vital military equipment and training for Ukraine. At the Vilnius summit, we will agree a multi-year package of assistance, and we will upgrade our political ties. The decisions we will take will bring Ukraine closer to our alliance, because Ukraine's rightful place is in NATO. All allies agree that NATO's door remains open, that Ukraine will become a member, and that it is for allies and Ukraine to decide. Russia does not have a veto. And once the war ends, we must put arrangements in place for Ukraine's security, so that history does not repeat itself. We are also monitoring the situation in Belarus. We condemn Russia's announcement about deploying nuclear weapons. This is reckless and irresponsible. We don't see any indication that Russia is preparing to use nuclear weapons, but NATO remains vigilant. If Russia thinks it can intimidate us from supporting Ukraine, it will fail. We stand with Ukraine for as long as it takes. Our deterrence is strong. To keep our people safe in a more dangerous world, at the summit we will take further steps with new regional plans, and the forces, exercises and capabilities assigned to these plans. Over 300,000 troops on higher readiness, backed by substantial air and maritime capabilities. We have also agreed a new rotational model for air and missile defence to allow for swift transition from air policing to air defence. The accession of Finland and soon Sweden to NATO significantly enhances the security in the Baltic Sea region. And today we will attend together exercise Griffin Storm, which will test reinforcing the German-led NATO battle group up to brigade size, sending a clear message: NATO is ready to defend every inch of Allied territory. We must continue to invest in our security. At the summit, we will agree on a more ambitious defense investment pledge with 2% of GDP as the floor, not the ceiling. Lithuania is already leading by example, committing 2.5% of GDP to defense. So, President, thank you again for Lithuania's many contributions to NATO. I look forward to a successful summit in Vilnius.
Ačiū, dėkojom vadovams už pasisakymus ir linkiu visiems gražios dienos.